Okay, so you should have your notes out. We're going to talk about conversions. Conversions can be very confusing to people, and they're not anywhere near as confusing as people make them. But I think sometimes it's because of the vocabulary that mathematicians use that kind of throw people into a tizzy, right? And so I'm going to try to help you understand some of this stuff. So first of all, basic with fractions, right? Because you will be using fractions with conversions, okay? Conversions have units. Units are like feet or inches or centimeters or miles or kilometers or, whatever. But before even thinking of that, let's just think about a fraction. Let's say I had the number 6 over 1, and I wanted to convert that to a fraction that has a 7 in the denominator. What would I do?
Multiply it by 7.
Multiply it times 7?
No, multiply it by 7 sevenths. Yeah.
Oh!
Which is equal to 1.
Because if I multiplied it just times 7, I would be changing the number.
Yeah.
I don't want to change the number. So you're saying I can do this, and I could put 7 here and 7 here?
Yeah.
So what does this equal?
1.
That equals, so you're telling me, I just want to clarify. I think you're telling me, this is preposterous, but I think you're trying to say that if you have the same number in the numerator as in the denominator, then it equals 1?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's good. Good. That's it. Oh, that's my point. That's it. You guys are brilliant. Yes. So when you have the same thing upstairs as you have downstairs, it equals 1. So 1 times 6 over 1 is just 6. However, it won't look like 6. It'll be 42 over 7.
But 7 goes into 42. 6
Right.
times.
So if you wanted to simplify, 7 goes into 7. 7 goes to 7 once. 7 goes to 42 6 times, which equals 6 again. We're back to 6 again. So we could do this all day. We keep doing it. This would be fun. That could be a really fun lecture sometime. Okay. So fist to 5. You guys understand that 7 over 7 equals 1. If you have the same thing, fist to 5. Fist to 5. Sevi, I need to see your hand too. If you understand that if you have the same thing on the top as you have on the bottom, in the numerator as in the denominator, it equals 1. Yes? Perfect. Then you will have no trouble with conversions. All right? So let's say I had 1 yard over 1 yard. What would I have?
1 yard.
2 yards.
What would I have? Those are good. I just want to hear some answers. What would you say I'd have? Gabe. I heard 1 yard. One person said 1 yard.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Graham. What? He's saying 3 feet. Okay. You guys are thinking. That's good. Okay. Sevi.
2 yards.
Say again. What?
2 yards.
2 yards. Okay. That's another idea. Any other ideas?
36 inches.
36 inches, okay. And that's another idea. All right. Yeah, okay.
You can have a number over the top yards.
You can have a what?
Any number that's the same, or you could have the same number on both top and bottom yards.
So, okay. So these are good thinking. This is really good thinking. You guys are thinking really well. There's a trick here, though. There's a little trick to the question. 1 over 1 certainly is just 1, right?
Oh,
It's just 1.
But what's yards over yards?
it crops and it crops. Or
It's 1 as well, right? It's the same thing on the top as it's on the bottom. So the yards cross out. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing on the top and the bottom. If you have a Gary on the top and a Gary on the bottom, you only have a 1, right? If you have anything on the top that's exactly the same as on the bottom, then it equals 1. So the thing with conversions is you're not only crossing out and simplifying the fraction, the numbers, you're also going to be simplifying the units. Does that make sense? So everybody agrees that that is 1. It's not 1 yard. And it's not 3 feet. And it's not 2 yards. It's not 36 inches. It's 1. It's not 1 yard. It's 1. All right? See what I mean? You get it so far?
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
it's also 97.
All right, 7.
Isn't that kind of the same as like apples and oranges? Like 6 apples plus 6 oranges is 6 apples and 1.
6 apples and 6 oranges.
But does it-
If I had 6 apples over here, up over 6 apples, then yes, the apples cross out. There's apples goes into apples once, apples goes into apples once, 6 goes into 6 once, 6 goes into 6 once. It equals 1. It doesn't equal 1 apple. It equals 1, which is this sort of nebulous thing, just sort of floating out. The 1 what? Right? That's what we want to say. 1 what? Not 1 anything, just 1.
But the thing
Right?
is, you can't have like apples and oranges because they're not the same kind
Right.
of fruit.
Right. If they're not the same fruit, then you can't do that. Because, you're right. But watch this. If I had done this, Sebi, if I had done, well, let me just rewrite it. If I had 6 apples divided by 6, then what would I have?
1.
1 apple.
1 apple. Right. Because look, 6 goes into 6 once, 6 goes into 6 once. I still have apples left. So I don't have just 1 nebulous, unknown thing or unthing or whatever. I have 1 apple, right? That's great. I finally have an apple. And it's time to go. So that's that. Okay, wait, but give me 1 more minute. Give me 1 more minute. Is there another way to write 1 yard? Graham.
3 feet.
3 feet.
96
All right,
inches,
so
96
hear me out. 1 yard over 3 feet. Would you guys agree with me that is the same thing?
Yes.
Because 3 feet is the same as 1 yard,
Equals up to 1 yard.
right? So really, technically, that equals 1. Not 1 foot, not 1 yard, not 1 anything, just 1. Do you follow me?
Yeah, it's
So this is called a unit multiplier, and that is what we're going to work on tomorrow. You're going to read about it tonight, and then I'm going to go into detail on it tomorrow. I just don't want to keep you during the break, so you guys can go. You have a question?
Things like